All right, everyone, welcome back to round 2 coverage from the 2020 Silver Cup presented by Discmania and Roland Ridge. I'm Nate Perkins, joined here today with Kevin Jones.
Good to be back, Nate. And one slight mistake from the round before. We said James was 5 under through 9 holes. He's actually 6 under through 9. Even more impressive of a round. So these guys are smoking it.
That's really only 2 off perfect, with one of those kind of being a par 4 in there.
Pretty much.
Good 9 holes from Conrad. Hole 10. Definitely a reachable par 4, 550 feet. We've got a Mando early right and a Mando late right that kind of forces these players up that center gap that we flew through. Look at that, James dialing in the focus. I love that.
Felt like a little extra one right there, a little extra second.
He's going T-bird, and he's got to be aiming for the pin. I mean, we've definitely seen him throw T-birds 500 feet downhill before.
Yeah, it'd be tough. He's got a tailwind right to left here. Not really ideal for holding a disc straight. Very effective shot, though, from James. Getting well up there.
All the way through the gap. Johnny's killing it with that beard, too. Even more of a wizard than he already is. He's going giant.
Beautifully.
Just to get to the ground now. Oh, he's right in the gap.
Yeah, no problem at all. Right in the gap. Easy up and down from there. The main bunker on this hole is going to be the big cedar on the right side of the fairway. If you find yourself in the middle of that or behind it, you're pretty much not going to be able to get up and down.
Ricky going roller.
Go right of it. No. Under it.
I feel like 2014, 2015, Ricky would have just blasted a sidearm through that gap.
Yeah. I
Remember
agree.
watching him back in the day?
Yeah. Yeah.
He was just crushing those sidearms. He still is, but he definitely leans on the backhand a little bit more.
Yeah, Cale, good shot.
That was just a perfect shot from Cale with that FX2. Tough to get one to sit that flat when you have that wind coming over your shoulder like that.
So true.
And that's no problem from Ricky with that pig.
That roller's nice. He went into that bunker that I was talking about, but with so much pace that he got into it deep enough to be able to score from it. That was giving it a bid. That had a chance.
Oh, wow. James is maybe just 40, 50 feet short of pin high with that T-bird, and he's going to have a look right here.
Is this going to be greeny for the extra glide? I think so.
I think we're going to see him lay out for this one as well.
Yes, sir.
This guy commits. Yep.
Get up.
Oh. That's a signature layout putt from
Yes,
James
it is.
Conrad. Yeah, James likes it. It was solid up and down. Star birdie.
Pretty much what you'd expect from the group here. Getting an eagle on this one's really impressive. Very difficult.
Did you go forehand yesterday as well?
I did forehand as well yesterday and had a chance.
Nice.
Hit those guardian trees.
Shout out to Lance Brown for parking the hole for the eagle too.
That's huge. What a nice forehand.
This is a tough stretch of par threes that we have coming up here. The hole 11, 344. Again, a very specific shot here. You've got low ceiling, and you've We've got these cedars on the left that just eat discs alive. You like the force over?
Yeah, I think this whole shape's really nice for a shot that's hit on a flat angle and then moving to the right. There's more air on the right side of the green than the left. The left side can be jail, so I look for James to hit this T-bird really hard, get it turned over just a little bit and going into the gap on a slight turnover line.
Oh my goodness, that is an inch from perfect,
Right.
guys. An inch from perfect.
And that's this hole for you.
Wow. I mean, just as you drew it up too, Kev, just flat and drifting to the right. It just needed a hair more.
Right. JohnE's really good at this shot though too. And he went hyzer flip actually.
Oh,
Perfect.
what? He's past the pin.
That is something you very rarely see. Past the pin on this hole?
I don't think I've
Huh?
seen it, actually. That's incredible.
Not that clean ever.
And Ricky,
It's got to be a
it
T-bird.
has to be.
The root. He smacked the
Wow.
root in the middle of the fairway. There.
Should we get rid of that route?
We need to build a ramp.
A ramp? Okay.
That
was perfect from Ricky,
It
really.
is. It's unfortunate. We would love to see some ground play there. He hits the gap, but maybe that's the hole. You got to have an extra inch or two of height. Otherwise, you're going to smack the root in the middle of the fairway. Cale missing the gap by a few feet, and that's going to cost him a birdie.
He's got a long window over here. Yeah, James looks like he has to hit this one coming in from left to right. He's got that flippy JK. Wow. This is why James Conrad has become a household name in disc golf. For that right there.
Just brilliance from James right there.
Yes. We are playing ball now, guys. Ricky from outside the circle.
These guys are starting to scorch it up. And JohnE with the park job. That's something that you don't see every day on this hole.
3 birdies is also something that I've never seen on this
So
hole.
true.
And that's 3 birdies from 3 players who are within 1 stroke of each other.
Yeah, they are fighting it out at the top of the leaderboard as well, man. That's the most beautiful thing to see is when the people in the lead keep it going and just keep battling it out. Nice. That's going to move us on. Hole 12, 450, low ceiling. Putter if you're trying to 3 it. No problem. Very, very doable every time. But these guys are aggressive. We might see some hyzer flip, high-speed drivers coming in here. Maybe I don't know about a roped sidearm from these guys, but that's a play as well. Even a roller is possible. The only thing is if you do pure the shot and you start flaring out to the right by the basket, you'll probably find yourself out of bounds.
James has his wraith.
Stable up.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's just drifting a little to the right.
So close, yet well worth going for it because he's in a perfect spot. Get turned.
Oh,
JohnE.
wow. Oh,
It did. It absolutely took feet off of the disc.
that was nearly perfect.
How close did that end up getting?
I couldn't quite tell, man.
I couldn't either.
50 or 60 feet.
Okay. It hit something that I feel like took a little bit off of it.
Destroyer from Ricky.
It sure is.
And just cruising.
And the speed.
Oh, it's getting out there. Oh, that's circle one.
Ricky Wysocki is hot right now, guys. He's getting himself an eagle putt. His putting is off the charts right now, too.
Flip up.
And no, not what you want from Cale. I assume he was going for it, but hyzering out early left is scary. I hope he's inbound still.
Yeah, that creek definitely comes into play.
It appears that he is inbounds, which is good. Now he's able to save a birdie.
He was way over there left. Okay, so JohnE actually, he got kicked down into the left. That was such a pure line, just maybe a foot too high.
He had to stretch way out there. Another greenie attempt from James Conrad. And if you're not familiar, greenie is his very, very flippy putter. As we just see,
Birdie putt from Ricky.
dropping in, easy-looking eagle putt. Oh, birdie putt. This is a par 3.
Yeah, long par 3.
No, I thought I was making a birdie every time on this hole. My tournament is over.
I think that for many of us, we are playing it for a 3. I mean, it's a dangerous hole to attack at 450 with such a low ceiling and trouble on the left and the right. I don't think that you're losing too many strokes there, Kevin.
Right. No, risk reward is fun to analyze on this hole, and for me, I've been laying up, but I'm back in the pack now. There's no way I'm laying it up today. You know, we got to get some birdies.
Yeah, flip one of those D2s up there on the forehand, man. I can see it drifting all the way up there.
That's what we're gonna try.
Sweet. And Ricky tying it up there with James, still just one in front of JohnE. We're headed up the hill now. It's a par 3, 350, but playing more like 430. It is a pump.
I love this hole so much. I think this is an amazing championship level hole. As far as your everyday tournament, if this was a hole on it, probably wouldn't do much. There would be a bunch of 3s likely, but whenever we get the top guys battling out on a course, this shot tests everybody's capabilities.
No, and Ricky was going to be way up there. Just needed that destroyer to hyzer in front. That was so close.
Yeah, easily going to be basket high there, which is wild. Conrad going with a Wraith here. That's what this blue one is.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Give this man some space, everybody. Oh, just a little straight. Ooh. Look out up there.
Yeah. James won't be dealing with too much there. Maybe like a reach around Anheuser putt should be very manageable.
And the door is open here from JohnE. He birdied this one during round 1.
Get up. No, not the height or the glide. Gonna put himself at about 60 feet though, maybe 70. Makeable uphill putt.
Is that purple one at D2?
This is gonna be a D2. Cale's needing to punch this one. Working well. Nice shot, Cale. That's inside circle 2. He's got a chance at it.
It's a good line, but it just shows you how uphill this this hole is really playing. I mean, Cale's got good distance, but he's well short.
Get in there, Cale.
Oh, no, it hit high. That's
a heartbreaker.
That hurts. And JohnE is only 12 feet further than his turbo putt from round 1.
And that makes it not a turbo putt. Not leaving it short, though. Good bid. This is a common result for a lot of shots that are too far to the right. They leak and land right to this path. This is not very makeable, I would say, but Conrad's going to throw Greenie up there and see what happens. Nice. At this point, these guys are feeling so good. They're trying to make everything. They know it's going to go in the basket the next time if it doesn't go in. Ricky is so on it right now.
Round 2, back 9. These guys are dialed. As you said, they're playing for the win. They're not really thinking about what could go wrong. They're only thinking chains.
Get more birdies.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got 4 very high-level players very close together right now with a bunch of high-level players trailing them by nothing. So I'd say something's brewing up. Bunch of threes here on this uphill par 3. Not very often are you going to bogey this hole, but it can happen. The green is treacherous, and there's some gnarly rough in there. But we're going to be moving on to the next hole, which is going to be a downhill par 4 that is reachable with a roller.
We might even see 4 rollers here. We got a Mando early on the left, forcing us down this gap. The road long is really the only danger for the roller. If you hit it with too much cut, it can straighten out real quick and head across that road.
It is nice though. If you want to park this hole with a roller, you have to contend heavily with the road. In other words, you're going to be flirting with a 4, which is not what people are wanting. The angle on that looks...
Oh, no, it hit the early one. I wanted to see that one roll, man.
Did it hit the trunk?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I couldn't tell if it bounced up and hit something. But where Ricky is going to be up there is very tough. He's going to have a bunch of work for a birdie. Conrad needs to get way right. That was not the line. You know... If that got out of there, though, he could be in a solid spot. I could see that drive working, in other words, but I could also see it being very tough to save birdie. That's looking super solid.
Man.
Probably didn't hurt too much, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think it had it all to get down there for a putt.
Not a clean one, at least.
Is Cale going roller here?
Tough to say. He might not be. Yeah, Cale playing Cale golf.
Look at that late drift. That is beautiful to watch.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so, yeah, not a fun spot for Conrad. I mean, birdie almost out of the question from here unless he were to go roller again.
This would be a memorable up and down, and that road comes into play quite a bit with James having to go backhand from here. Wow.
That was so good, huh?
Wow. He just throws his whole body into it.
Roped the line.
He's about to prove us wrong for sure. He's got a look. Ricky going pig.
Pig is a very good disc for that shot right there. Downhill, needs to sit quickly, doesn't need a bunch of skip. He leaked that out a little bit early, but inside the circle, and with how Ricky's been putting, just count it.
Oh, Cale's going hyzer. I was totally expecting the floater, but he's in circle 1.
Yeah, there's some space out there to bring one in on a hyzer. He's short, though. And that's going to be 30 feet as well. That tree that they're hitting right there is not a gimme putt. It's actually just outside the circle, I believe. 45 feet, James Conrad, the up and down of the day.
Oh, I just can't help but root so hard for this to cash.
He knows it. Really aggressive bid. All over the line, just not the height.
He's got circle 2 for par now.
Yeah, he just skipped it right off the top.
That was Johnny's wife, Jen, the first to cheer.
It's a big putt there from Johnny. These guys are battling it out. Remember, guys, Conrad is outside the circle on a comeback putt. Yeah, thank you, basket. Slipped it in there. Now, this is a pressure putt. It's only the second round, but I know Conrad doesn't want to lose strokes like that to these guys.
Yes. Confident putt right there.
Beautiful focus. Nate, these are the putts that win tournaments. In my opinion, when I'm playing really great in tournaments, I'm making comeback putts like this, under pressure.
Ricky picking one up on James right there.
Comfortable putt from Cale there. And he made that hole look pretty easy, and I liked that.
We still have 3 players within 1 stroke right here. $15, 525, par 3. OB on the left side. This fairway slopes from left to right. We're going to see some high power anhyzers. If you can get it to pan out late. This one has been two'd a few times during this event. Is he going roller?
He sure is. Well played from Ricky right there. Getting inside, probably circle 2, somewhere in there. That's what you want. This was the first of the substitution holes that we added because of flooding on the course. So this is a hole that not everybody has practiced very hardcore.
We saw Johnny get a 40-footer all air yesterday. It looks like he started that one out a little wider than he wanted. And the crowd loves it.
This is a fun crowd hole. The crowd, it really enjoys watching the discs fly like this. Johnny does exactly what he needs to do to have an easy attempt at a 3. That needs to sit.
Get down. Oh, that's a big break right there.
Sure is.
Did he clipped it inside and it sent it back up into a hyzer?
Yeah, lost all the speed. Conrad with a Wraith. I like this disc here. He's going to put it up on a big anhyzer and just watch it fall.
Yeah, this is in James's wheelhouse all day long. Looks like his run-up is a little shortened with the way that the tee box sits up like that.
That has a chance. Needs to hold the angle, though.
Keep turning.
So, I mean, that is the wraith that he's throwing on most of his distance shots, though. So, I mean, that's overstable.
It's got some stability, for sure.
Yeah. Not too bad from Cale. Still 20 feet to go.
Those trees are just enough to make you think about the height of your disc coming into the basket. And James is able to putt that one down the hill. Not everyone can do that.
No, sir. You are right about the trees around the basket, though. They kind of they play like a little ceiling, huh? You kind of have to punch it a little bit low.
Yeah, and if you can hit those and drop to circle's edge putt.
But nobody wants to do that.
Ricky's got to look.
Tree kind of contending with him on the right side. Probably had to adjust his angle because of that.
It makes me really happy to see a healthy Ricky Wysocki out here competing. I think it makes us all happy.
Yeah.
We know Ricky having a tough battle with Lyme disease at the start of the 2020 season, but he'll be the first to tell you that he's feeling 99, 100%. He's a health freak. I don't know if you've talked to him.
Oh yeah,
lately.
well, Ricky's one of my best friends. I mean, he's been doing really well lately. His diet is out of this world, something I could never consider doing. So much respect for that. But yeah, he's doing all that he can to battle the flare-ups that he might have to deal with, but hasn't been dealing with them lately at all. It's been feeling really good. Like you said, good to see.
Actually, we've got 3 out of the 4 players on this card that have Lyme disease. It's no joke, man. As disc golfers, we all need to be conscious of those little dudes that can grab onto you, man.
That's sad. You're actually right. It's really unfortunate.
Hole 16, 324, lead card. We should all be seeing some close shots here. Ricky is able to just go
Get it.
forehand. Oh my goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1 foot. Firebird. Perfectly played.
Johnny going putter again. This is full commitment right here.
Needs to hang on.
Get down. There is OB on the left, and the fairway does kind of slope from right to left a little bit, so if you give it a little too much air, it can find that out of bounds down the hill.
Get in. Come on, baby, do it.
Sit.
Wow, we just right over the top.
These
right
guys,
on line.
they're dealing with a headwind here. Slight left to right. What
Whoa.
in the world?
Sit down. No way.
What?
Totally at a loss of words for what just happened there. I mean, we didn't see editing could be a factor, obviously, but we didn't see the normal James pump there. It just all happened so fast,
It
kind of,
did,
you know?
and that was the biggest misfire I've seen James throw in a year. I mean, he cut rolled his putter out of bounds.
It seemed like he played the Anheuser yesterday, but it was subtle.
And he was kind of looking at his hand after. Maybe it like fell out of his hand.
Right, we're dealing with humidity, there's no doubt.
It's just a huge mistake coming down the stretch from James.
This is a hole that you don't need to take a bogey on. That is really, this is one that we would all like to count as a guaranteed birdie. It's probably the easiest hole on the course. JohnE is going to take advantage of that slip up, though. A 2-stroke slip up. He's going to make it by that. Making that putt right there is big time.
Ricky, after the near ace, is also going to pick up 2 on James.
He's just not in the comfort zone today, you can tell. Luckily getting the job done right there, and a little smile cracking from him. Dude's probably coming down from the busiest week of his life, possibly, at the preserve. So.
Absolutely, and huge congratulations to him and his team, and to JohnE's Pro for another 1 million views from the Preserve Championship. That is an incredible accomplishment for disc golf.
So exciting. And so now, after playing one of the easiest holes on the entire course, we go to what is, in my opinion, one of the hardest holes on the course.
OB left, can't throw the wide hyzer. That road is out of bounds.
Man, how much easier would this hole be if there was no Mando?
Exactly, they would just be going right to it. Ricky going wide forehand.
That's a great play. Distance is there. Thing about the forehand is we got to catch some love. We got to get greasy through those trees right there.
Yeah, unless you're a foot off the ground, which is dangerous.
Right. That is dangerous. And even still, you're going to have to miss some tree trunks.
Oh, that's too much cut from JohnE. And that's going to be a difficult approach.
Yeah, that's no good off the tee from JohnE there. You'd like to have much more distance covered. Cale.
He needs that to keep turning.
I mean, for a 3, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Let's see if Conrad gets more aggressive. I think we're dealing with, like, tailwind here. Yeah, tailwind.
So that's going to help the disc stable out. If he does go that high route, he can turn it a little bit more and count on it to stable out quick.
Yes, he is getting aggressive, and he does it very successfully.
Great. Got the nose down.
Oh, my goodness. So solid. With the
headed
roll.
down there?
I think so, man. I think that's well inside the circle for James.
Wow.
Huge shot there.
That would be...
JohnE managing very well right there.
That is a touchy shot right there. I mean, the out of bounds is, what, 25 feet from the bucket?
It's an air ball past it. That's it.
Yeah. Is Ricky going for this?
Yeah, on today, absolutely. There's no reason. He can put it high enough to where it shouldn't fall out, meaning it shouldn't go all the way past OB, but he was aggressive there. That was a pretty low bid.
Okay, so James is a few paces outside the circle, and we know that he's given this a healthy run. He might even just...
It's going to be a jumper.
One in, yeah.
Stabbing it right at the pin.
And he's already hit a couple of them today. Yeah. Wow.
Another big-time putt from James Conrad, coming right back from his bogey. He bogeyed one of the easiest holes, and he birdies one of the hardest holes. That's how you come back.
That's what separates a 1,000 rated player from a 1040 rated player like James, is that exact scenario right there.
Yep.
Bogeying and then coming back to attack on this hole and then getting aggressive on the putt and sinking it. Okay. Lauren Lakeberg taking some photos for the event. And again, shout out to Gotta Go, Gotta Throw, and OTB, Only the Best Discs, for sponsoring this coverage of getting Par Save out here. They are absolutely dialed with this production. It has been a pleasure to watch and commentate on this with you, Kevin.
Same to you. This has been great to watch. We've got these guys shredding right now. Hunting double digits, a couple of these guys.
And you weren't the only one to express that this is really one of the best par fives that we play.
Yeah.
It is so much fun, and all 4 of these players can get an Eagle 3.
Yeah, I think it's one of the best par fives that we've ever played. It's not like, it's so fair. Conrad landing.
What?
That's okay. I mean,
It's a bomb drive, but as you said, the footing is so important. He's going to have that downhill footing.
for his run up there, that's going to be handicapped.
He's going to have to jump 5 feet in the air after he throws it.
Ricky, that was not looking good. This has to be right at the cedar, right?
There's no way that he meant to. Was he meaning to throw roller?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
He's playing roller. I don't agree with it.
Where is he trying to land with the
All the
roller?
way down
He's
that
just
hill.
Trying to go all the way down the hill.
Yeah, he's trying to go all the way down.
That's 2 shots this round where Ricky has thrown something that I don't think anyone else in the entire field is throwing.
Yeah. First one being
The
where?
cut roller, the forehand cut roller on.
Yes.
Up the hill.
On the
yeah.
front 9, hole 2, yeah. Missed that tree.
Oh no.
Ultimately not a big difference of a result there for Cale. He should still be able to blast something and get it out into the field from here.
And this is what makes this hole so much fun is you're up top and it's maybe 100 feet to the bottom, so there's just a ton of airspace.
Is it turning? What's going on with this disc? Okay, out to the field. He's going to have a tough one, but since he's in the field, he has a possibility at getting up and down for birdie. Here we have JohnE. I have no idea where this is.
This looks like it's on the right side.
Talk about a window and like room to work.
Easy.
He's going down the hill.
Oh, fading out well early.
Whoa.
Tall grass it's going to be. Sometimes we make this hole seem so easy, man, but spots like Rick is at right there,
Look at that.
so huge.
That is so much power with no run up from the.
He was so fortunate to be able to reach out of that and get almost full power on it.
I'm so happy we can look at it from this angle.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's where we got it.
That's the
right
thumbnail,
there.
isn't
That's
it?
the thumbnail.
No
That
way.
is amazing. He just laid there and watched that forehand fly across the soccer field.
Rick being 6'4" and being able to step out and get that forehand was massive there. Huge factor. Somebody who's 5'8" may not have been able to do that and may have added a stroke or 2.
Oh,
At the people, down over the crest of the hill. Anything over the crest of the hill has a chance at a putt. Conrad from awkward position right here.
very interested to see what he does. He might go standstill because of how downhill.
Video's not doing justice either. This is like a ski slope. Is this a ski slope?
It actually in the
sledding.
late 1800s they used to sled down this hill, and they had a system that would drag people back up, and that's what the field house was actually built for. So great call there, Kev.
Very nice.
Come on back, T-Bird. Come on back.
So what happens back there, man?
I don't know if he's safe. He could actually have a pretty simple pitch.
If
But
he flared all the way around it,
Yeah.
you're saying? That's insane.
it needs to get low. Wow. No. Man, after such a good drive, it just had a little bit too much hyzer. And, it's hard to expect that one to get low and skip and roll like that.
Yeah.
That is just...
That's all he can do from back there. The spot he's at would take such a good shot. He had to throw driver. but unfortunately the worst case scenario.
No.
A mess up from Conrad. Where did his disc end up? I'm guessing just outside circle.
It actually hit and dropped only 30 feet in front of him, so
Okay.
it looks like he's got a long 70, 80 footer.
Ricky for
Ricky
eagle.
just like running it down like he wants it from 100 feet. What an animal. So a few paces outside circle 2. This is for James's birdie.
Yeah, this is out there. Oh my gosh, I
Are
don't
you
even
kidding
know.
me? 80 footer to close it out for birdie? This disc is so understable, and he gets a full flight out of it.
Hookup included.
A little bit of hyzer. It just was in the air forever.
This is so masterful from James
gosh.
Conrad, everybody. That's what you got to do. It's 80 feet. Some people would step up and just throw it up there with a prayer, but James sits there, he focuses, and he puts all that energy into the disc and makes it hit dead center from 80 feet. That's a big putt from Cale as well. Let's not overshadow anything. That's a par putt.
James once told me that sometimes you just have to trick yourself into making it. That we're so good at convincing ourselves that we can't make it. Sometimes you just have to trick yourself into making it.
I think that's a really good point. That's kind of the way that I see it as well sometimes.
It's so powerful to see him sit there and visualize a putt that, like you said, most people are just like, this is a par, you know, and he just sits there and builds up all that focus. What a way to finish the round, and what a round of disc golf. I don't know about you guys, but this is the way that I like to start my day.
Yeah, same here,
Watching
man.
some disc golf.
Early in the morning here. Glad we could bring you guys this coverage. I'm Kevin Jones here with Nate Perkins. If you guys are enjoying this coverage, come check out the final round coming at you guys real soon. I can promise you it's going to be a heater.